There is no reason you shouldn't be blocking everyone. This is 10-minute talks where I talk for 10 minutes and post whatever is usable, and what's on my mind right now is the ability to curate your space. I think there is a truth that we've been denying for a very long time, which is sometimes things are just going to be the way they are, right? Sometimes life is made up of challenges, of steps you need to step up against. Sometimes life throws things at you, and what you must do is endure it. And I don't disagree with that. I think it's actually something that more of us need to take on. Life is not going to bend to your every whim. Life is going to constantly throw balls at you, and how you catch and juggle those is a marker for a successful life. That being said, I think that there's some kind of valorization with not blocking people online, and I think that is so silly. On the internet, it's one of the few rare spaces where you have more power on what comes at you than in real life, right? If you hate your boss, you cannot just block them. If somebody is frustrating you or objectifying you, you can't just block them. You have to literally physically move. You have to expend calories. And you can expend less than 1 calorie to press the block button on several people online. And sure, it's different because the accessibility toward you is different. People can access you easier online than they can even in real life. Staying home all day means nobody can access you in real life, save for the odd door-to-door salesman or the telemarketer. But going on the internet means everyone can access you, sometimes in ways you don't like, sometimes finding your TikTok because you use the same email for work. And because of that, we've come to accept that these people are worth our time of day and that we should be giving them the space that they would have fought for in real life, but they didn't. They didn't fight for it in real life. They didn't walk up to you and ask you. They didn't poke at you or otherwise holler and call at you. It's all digital. It's all messages. And to that extent, we should be blocking the people who make us frustrated, who make us feel upset, who make us not feel safe on the internet. The valorization of not blocking people, I think, comes from people who feel entitled to your time. When people go, they blocked me, and wear it as a badge of honor, you were a jerk. Cruelty to whomever, whether they, in your mind, deserved it or not, it's still cruelty. And if you harass someone enough for them to block you, then it's not something to be worn as a badge of honor. Even if they are in the wrong, even if you don't want to see them again, you could have blocked them first. Blocking is healthy because it's kind of the way that the internet self-regulates. People block the circles that they don't like, engage with the ones they do, and it builds that little bubble up and around. I'm not saying that it is necessarily a net good to build up thought bubbles and, what do you call those, echo chambers. I don't think that's a good thing at all. In a healthy diet for the mind, you should be challenging yourself with challenging media, with challenging perspectives, reading some of the greats, and perhaps debating people even. But what happens on the internet is not debate. I really enjoy Innuendo Studios' videos on the alt-right playbook, where it really breaks down how much of internet rabble and conversation is just rhetorical device, is just posturing, is just a way to make yourself look more important or to platform your idea at the expense of the person you're talking to. There are very rarely anymore conversations in good faith, where both people want to come out of it with something. And to that degree, if the space has just become that, why indulge it? Why indulge in the person who has 86 different counterpoints to you when you didn't even sign up for a debate at all? Why do you have to defend yourself against people who will never look at you as an equal, as a person, as somebody worthy of respect? It is self-respect, even, to lay down your boundaries and say, no, I don't want to see any of you anymore. You are not worth my time. You are not worth my space. I think blocking people should be valorized, personally. If you all recall that one experiment with the marshmallow and with regards to willpower, right? When we think back to that experiment of self-control and willpower, there's this narrative going around about how the people who are actually high in willpower aren't good at holding themselves accountable. It's more so that they make their space such as that they don't have to expend willpower except for the important bits, right? If you are walking down a street and you are hungry, if you happen to move straight forward and you see the fast food place, you'll go get fast food. You're hungry. It'll take more effort for you to not go in that moment than to eat. So what you do instead, you change your route. You make it so that you don't even have to experience or interact with the fast food place, and your hunger can subsist, up until you find a place to eat properly. Those who are living their best lives do so without expending effort because they've expended a lot of upfront effort. Those living their best lives, those who are happy on the internet, believe it or not, that exists. People are happy on the internet, and why can't it be us? Because they turn off the things that make them unhappy. They pluck out and snip off and prune people who make them upset. So the time when they do need to spend energy on the internet, whether it be look at a frustrating or painful tweet, or watch a video that makes them upset, or catch up with hurricane news or war news or etc., when they can do that, they're not already bogged down with a whole bunch of people that are using them, really. Not to get specific, but I think what spurred the creation of this video in the first place is that a buddy of mine released a controversial video. There were people who feel seen by the video. There are people who are sharing their experience, and then there are people who are like detractors, because we've made almost every issue a partisan issue. We split human experience into two moral boxes, and because of that, people feel righteous in harassing people. It's one thing to make a decent point about what's worrisome about the implications of a video, but it's another thing entirely to immediately go ad hominem, to immediately attack the person or make assumptions on that person and their character. You don't know them. They don't know you. And they go out of their way to figure out some kind of way to box them, to put them in a box, to make them small and to make themselves large, to platform themselves and their ideas. And I think it's too much effort. It's too much effort to debate people who have already made their mind. And some people get a rise out of it, a kick out of it, out of ruining people's days. So for some people, that's their entire personality. And to those people, I block you. Ding, 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 10 minutes.